Alright, design config. How we're going to set it up, how you code it, and how it works. We're going to go inside our Jeep. As you can see here, I got visuals. I've got everything set up in visuals. Here's the roof and the doors. Two things that we're going to have disappear. On the roof, right now I've got it. I'll eventually add more to it to where you can take the sun cover off there. And keep the back half and all that. Well, I'm not going to go over that right now. Roof. Everything that you want to have disappear in the roof, you want inside the roof node. So what I have is the roof panel, back glass, and the back glass trim. So whenever we program it to disappear, that's what's going to disappear. All those pieces. And clicking that visibility is a good way to set up, to check to make sure it's going to work right. On the doors, I have front door and rear doors set up. Eventually I'll make it to where you can have the front doors gone or the rear doors gone. But for now, we're going to have all four doors go. As you can see, it collects the interior panels as well. I put all that inside here, even though I have the interior here, which is literally this part of the interior. Normally I put all of my interior in there, but because the doors are going to be disappearing, I want the door interior to disappear. The front doors and rear doors. So that's pretty much how you set everything up in GE. We'll come over here, and here's our coding. Right here you can see design configurations, title, body. This is what it's going to be titled under in the game. So if it's a toolbox you want to be able to add, you put toolbox. Or bed options, or bumper options, or headlight options, things like that. It's whatever you're changing, that's what you want to put there. Here I put stock because that's what it's going to be. All the panels are going to be on it, so it's going to be stock. I put the door node and the roof node in here. And then visibilityActive true, visibilityInactive false, meaning it's active that you can see it. If it was inactive, false, meaning you can't see it. So there's our stock configuration. Then we can come down here and we got no doors. So here's the roof, the node for it, true, inactive, false. Here's the doors. We want them to disappear, so visibility active, false, visibility inactive, true, meaning you don't see them, they're not there, no collision there, they're not there, they're gone. And then because I killed off my doors, I have my mirror glass in a different node, which is right here. So I got both door and mirror glasses there. So I just called that node here visibility active, false, inactive, true. Then we come down here. We close that design configuration with design configuration just like we did on the top one. Anytime you open the design configuration like that, you need to close it like that. Then you can open your next one. And then close it. And open your next one. objectChange. This one it's topless with no doors. So here's our roof line, false, true. Here's our door, false, true. Here's our mirrors, false, true. And we close everything with design configuration. And then we close the whole design configurations part, which started here. We close it right here underneath design configuration with design configurations. Just add an S. That's all you got to do on the very last one. So you close this bracket, and then you can close this bracket. And as you can see, the little red line popping up there here, that lets you know that if you closed your bracket or not. Just you want to keep all your openings and closings on the same line, pretty much. See, this is closing, this is opening. That one opens, and now you can see, you know, it just looks nicer, and it's easier to find things whenever you've spaced it out and tabbed it over one tab. You can find all your stuff without any issues. So I'll copy the design configuration open and close and an object node true and false, and I'll post it below in the description. That way you can just copy it, add it in, and then you can set it up just how you see it and add whatever you want. Play around with it, have fun with it, get it to work for you. I mean, it's super simple. I've got 36 design configurations on one truck, and it works flawlessly. So we'll go into the game, and here you go. You can see the Jeep's in here. It's far from ready. As you can see here, we named that whole section for the config body. So right here, here's our body options. Stock, no doors, topless, no doors. And that's it. I mean, you can change the pricing and everything like that. You can see I've got it all set to 0 because it doesn't cost anything to take your doors and your roof off. I've got a lot of things I got to clean up on this thing still, so bear with me on that. I spend more time working on other people's stuff than I get to work on my own stuff. So as you can see, the dash panel, bunch of scaling, lights still need to be done. It's a huge list. As for scaling, here's a good example of how far out scaled it is. This truck's lifted on mud tires. That's stock. And there's the first gen. You can see for size comparison. I've got to descale the Jeep quite a bit. I still gotta get the driver placed correctly. I gotta get audio sounds. Right now I'm just using this. I gotta get the axle rotating. The 4 links and the coilovers all change with the body color and the front hooks. I'm thinking about adding or changing those to where they change with the design color versus the whole cab color. I haven't made up my mind if I'm gonna do that yet or not. But you can see the driver's pretty tiny in that interior. I still gotta work on the cameras. The cameras aren't placed right either. But I gotta get him put in the right spot. I gotta get the truck scaled down a few clicks. So I've gotta fix my license plate. For some reason it's muddy. I gotta get the axle steering. You know, there's still a ton left to do. I still gotta build the mirrors where they work. I still gotta finish the interior pieces, and I gotta build the shield right here, and you know, there's tons and tons of stuff left to do. I just haven't had time to do it. whenever, you know, this panel right here, you can see, as you can see through it. That's because I haven't solidified it in Blender, so it's only got one face. So I need to go through and build a bottom panel for it, or just solidify it, go in and get rid of anything that I don't need. So, quite a bit of work left to do. The seats are done. I think I'm gonna change the color of them. Instead of being the gray leather, I think I'll make them like a black leather. I haven't made up my mind yet because the center console is gray. The steering wheel will be the same color as the seats. But there you go, design config, how it works, how to do it, how to set it up, and all that. And eventually I'll get that truck released, and I think I'll probably release the beta of this truck. As you can see, I've got chrome paint on it, and you can see it kinda, the chrome paint kinda acts weird on the doors and the fenders and everything like that. So it could be the graphics card, who knows. I've got a few things that I want to clean up on the truck, that I have cleaned up on actually have cleaned up a ton, but this is just my play around truck. This used to be my test pig until I built this one for the test pig. Now this one's just incomplete version of what I have. I've got the one with the flatbed that actually works. It's done, all but a few other things, and I just haven't got around to really releasing anything on it. You know, I gotta clean up that panel there. Interior's all done. I want to make it to where the screen and the dash aren't there until you start it. I spent tons of time on this truck, and I still got to build mirrors for it. The other one's got mirrors, this one doesn't. Spent a ton of time on it, but there's plenty of these trucks out there, so you can go get one of them. I gotta fix the player route. It's just kind of jumbled up, throw it in there. Eventually I'll release this truck, maybe. Just don't know yet. But I'll see y'all later, and hopefully that helps you with design config. This truck does not have a single design config on it yet. This truck, I've got the bull bar as an option, a flatbed, the whip antennas, a few other things that I've got set up on this truck. Of course, I've got all the wheel configs and all that. Motor options, they change with the motor. So right now I've got a gas motor in there. It changes to diesel motor. I'm still working on getting the audio to swap over and all that. It's still got a lot to go, but it's got independent working suspension and all that stuff, and this version right here doesn't. This is my old chassis. But anyway, there we are. There's the update, and how to do design config. So we'll see you later, and I'll leave the scripting down below.